Okay, what is going on, guys? Welcome to a video that I was kind of contemplating whether I should make or not. The reason why is because, well, generally, guys, I don't like to stir anything up. I prefer just sticking to my corner and just kind of, smiling, making videos, etc. I don't really like to jump in or start shit. But something's happened that I feel like is really damned shitty, and it could be another reason why I didn't make this video, and reason why I wasn't sure if I should, is because the events that happened, this story could end two ways, basically. It could be there's essentially two ways to think about it. It could be, hey, I got really unlucky, or hey, I got shit on, or conned, essentially. So what we're talking about, essentially, guys, is that I paid for an intro. Essentially, I think I got conned, and I'm gonna be telling you guys all the events that happened so you guys can make your distinction, because again, it can come down to, like, him being, this person being true and being honest and it being right, which is like a 10% chance, and then the 90% chance is that legit I just got conned. So yeah, so essentially that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be me telling you guys the events that happened, and you guys can make your own distinction on that. I don't really want to put this person down, because again, I could just be completely off par. So again, guys, I don't really want to be like, that's the right answer, because again, it could go both ways. One way definitely leans more than the other. Yeah, so let's get into this. I'm gonna tell you guys from the beginning, and you guys can make your distinctions. Again, let's do it. Fabulous. By the way, guys, I have no idea what you're watching in the background. It's not really the point. It's just probably any gameplay that I have. Yes. So anyways, from the beginning, so guys, I'm not sure if you know about this, I don't think I've ever told you, but for a long time now, I've been trying to actually come up with my own distinctive look on YouTube, just to stand out just a little bit. So, I've been trying to come up with different ways to make my videos look different and better, commentary, editing, all those kinds of stuff. I've been trying to stand out, and one of the things that I think speaks volumes about standing out is an intro. Having an intro to the video gives you a distinctive look, etc. I never wanted an intro that was like, well, nothing like that. I don't want like a massive bass drop as an intro that deafens your ears. I just wanted an intro that kind of reminded you, hey, that was that guy's channel, hey, that kind of thing. So I wanted that a lot. So eventually I seen in a person that I watched description, and I really love this person's content. His name is More Console, or Alan. It's More Console is his bigger channel. He's centered around Destiny, he makes great videos. And I seen in his description of one of his videos that it was basically like, hey, do you guys want an intro? Follow the link. And I followed the link, and it actually brought me to this person's page called PushedToInsanity. And I started looking through all his videos. I seen that he had made like free intro templates, all that kind of stuff. He made custom intro things. So I went to About on his channel, because usually that's where the information is. So I went and clicked that, and it took me to his webpage, where it told me where you would, how much stuff was, how much an intro was, how much an outro was, how much a 3D emblem was. And I was interested in an intro and a 3D emblem. So, so again, I looked at that. The prices were like, I think it was like $35 for an intro, and like a $15 for the 3D emblem, something like that. So I contacted him on YouTube, messaging him, and he gave me a link to his Skype. So I went and we talked over Skype, and I cannot stress enough, guys, how absolutely understanding and reasonable I was being. I wasn't being a douchebag at all. A person commented on one of his videos saying that, he said, dude, this guy conned me. He said, dude, this guy conned my friend, etc. And then another person commented like immediately afterwards saying, nope, that's not true. Your friend must have been an asshole then. So again, I want to stress that I was being the most understanding, reasonable person in the world. In fact, if I could show you my Skype messages, I would, but I'm not sure if that's legally okay. I'm not sure if that's an invasion of privacy or whatever, so I'm not going to do that. But again, I'm just trying to tell you guys the events that happened. You guys put it together in your head, so yeah. And I'll tell you guys some more stuff that if anyone's like a big fan of his watching, you guys can understand another aspect of it. Hopefully, if you're understanding. If not, then that sucks, because I'm going to get hated. Which is fine. I don't really mind too much. If you want to hate me, go for it. I don't mind. It's kind of shitty, but that's minding. Anyway, so I started talking to him over Skype, saying, you know, are you able to do this? Can you do this? You know, would you be able to make a snow effect? Because Jack Frost, you know, kind of want that effect. He said no. I'm like, would you be able to put like a snowy background? And then he's like, yeah, I could do that. So again, I just kept asking him what his things were, and he just kept giving me like really quick answers, like yes, no, I can't really do that, etc. So at this point, I'm really happy. You know, I'm excited. It was 3 months away, by the way, 3 months behind. Like, so 3 months from now, that was when this was happening. This is when I was talking to him on Skype. 4 months ago, I was talking to him on Skype, and again, I was really excited. I was asking him all these questions. And then I basically was like, okay, dude. I was so amped at this point. I was like, okay, how do I pay you? Like, I was like, oh man, I want this intro. I love your previous work. I want this intro. And he said, you pay over PayPal. So I don't personally have a PayPal account, so I used my parents, and yeah, that was essentially what happened. So we forwarded him, I think it was like $45, because, you know, there's the way things added up. I wanted an intro and a 3D emblem, so I did. I sent in that order essentially, and yeah. So I just want to squeeze in some here, guys. On his website, it said, what was it? It was just like, it will take at the most a week to get your intro, but for a certain percentage you can have it the day that you ordered it. So the intro took a week to make. So I was like, okay, this is awesome. Hey guys, just kind of wanted to quickly squeeze in something. This is me in post. I just checked out the link that I went to last time on his channel, and it took me to kind of a more polished website, and now it's now 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, it'll be done. It still doesn't matter when I tell you guys what actually ended up happening, so yeah, just thought I'd squeeze that in there. But I did, I forwarded him the money, all that kind of stuff, and then 2 weeks pass. 2 weeks. So I was like, at this point, I was kind of like, where's my intro? I mean, paid for it. And he, again, I'm just trying to mess around when I'm saying like, but essentially I was like, again, really trying to be nice. This guy's taking the time to make an intro for me. Why wouldn't I be kind? Again, I was even going the extra mile to throw in some stupid emojis, being like, because I believe they set the tone for the conversation. Anyways, so an idea of what I said, I was like, hey dude, it's been 2 weeks and I still haven't got my intro. I was just wondering if you forgot about me. Yeah. And he said, so essentially he said, sorry for the holdup, dude. You're not the only person I have like things for. You're not the only person that's applied for an intro. I have people waiting as far back as 2 months. And I was just like, what? What the fuck? I didn't say that. I was just like, in my head, I was like, on your site it says that. So I said, but on your site it says that it takes a week at the most. And then again he said, oh sorry dude, I forgot to change that. He said sorry. So essentially he said, sorry dude, I've been meaning to change that. And then he mentioned the fact that he had like, again, like other people on the back burner for that were waiting for their intros for like, what was it, like 2 months? I think it was something like that. And at that point I was kind of like, okay, so you're saying I might have to wait 2 months for an intro that I paid for? Okay. So at this point I can just tell you guys something about me personally is, when there is a chance for something to be bad or something to be good, I will tend to lean towards good, because bad is just bad. It's darkness. It's not good. It's not happy. Stick to the happiness. So I was like, so it was essentially hanging on for hope. I was like, okay, I'll wait. So I did. A month passed, and I kept checking in around 2 months all the time. Like 2 months, sorry, 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks I'd be like, did you forget about me, dude? Hey, I still ordered one. Okay. And the thing that was kind of weird is he kept giving me quick answers. Like, he kept making sure he replied to me, but he wouldn't like write a full-on massive message. You know, he kept baiting me, to say the least. Kept making sure I wasn't like, I'm never making your intro. It was just kind of like, I'll get around to it. No, I'll get to it. I'll get around. A month passed. So he said that he was again, it's been like a month, and I was just like, hey man, did you forget about me? Did you not make my intro? What's happening? And he said, sorry dude, I'm in college and I really have enough time to do most of the things. And I was just like, again, I was just trying to be the nicest I possibly could. This guy's making me an intro, just trying to be nice. So I told him that I had a learning disability, and he was just like, oh yeah, it's crazy dude, me too. I understand, all that kind of stuff. And I was trying to be nice. So I was just like, oh yes, people with learning disabilities unite, kind of thing. I was just messing around. I wasn't like, unite. I was just like, awesome, dude, we stick together. Like, that was the sense. That's all I said. And again, everything I'm saying, put a happy ass emoji but beside it like that. So yeah, but by the way, if you guys wonder what I'm looking at right here, it's the green screen because there's lighting is natural, and the lighting can fuck up very easily. I can go really dark, really bright, so I gotta make sure I can see it to balance it out. Anyways, I'm not just in love with looking at my face. Not the case at all. So what happened next? Sorry, this is over the course of 4 months. I kind of just spoiled how long it took. But 4 months, so I'm trying to remember everything. Anyway, so again, around the kind of almost a month and a half, he said that, saying that, yeah, school, he's in college, etc. So now it's the 3rd month, the start of the 3rd month, and I was kind of, again, there's a lot of stuff that's been happening in the prior of these things I'm not mentioning, like just stuff being like, hey, dude, where's the intro? And him just saying, oh, dude, I'll get around to it. I haven't forgotten about you. I remember you. And he said, I think it was like in this very, very start of 2 months, or the end of 2 months, he said, Jack, I'm finally getting around to doing your intro. He's like, I'm finally getting, okay, essentially, he said, I'm finally going to get around to doing your intro and stuff like that. Never even mentioned the fact that I had a 3D emblem, because I also paid for a 3D emblem. Never mentioned that. I just said, like, you know, an intro. So I was like, oh, cool, awesome. So, again, that's not my actual reaction. As soon as I heard that, I was like, ah, I'm finally getting it, because it's been 2 months, and I've been holding on to hope. Finally, hope is giving me, ah. So at this point, I was like, oh my god, it's finally happening. So I texted him, so I Skype messaged him saying, this is awesome, it's finally happening, all excited, and like, with fucking emojis everywhere. Oh god damn it. Anyways, so that's essentially what I wrote him, and then he said, then he didn't do it. So again, like, some time passed, and he said he'd get it done that week or something like that, and time passed, and I talked to him, and he said, sorry dude, I have some tests coming up, and I couldn't get around to doing your intro because I was studying so much. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, that sucks, but whatever, hold on to hope, because, you know, the realistic aspect that I was just not looking at was the fact that, oh, I could have been getting screwed over. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways. So, so now we're getting to the point where it's like around, I don't know, like almost 4 months at this point. Almost, like in the center of 4 months. And he said, he released an email telling everyone, it was kind of like a copy-paste type of email. Skype message thing where he would just copy a bunch, paste it to all his people that he was, all the people that he was doing intros for, and it said, sorry guys, intros will be put on hold for X amount of time. I will be getting back, I'll be doing them, I will start making them around this said time. And I was like, oh, so now I for sure don't have an intro for almost another month. Great. Again, I never showed any of this anger or anything like that in the messages. I was still very kind, understanding. The past tense me is like, fuck. Anyways, so he says that, and essentially it's time now. You know, the time span that he said he'd get back on it is now a couple days from now. And at this point, it's like the end of the 3rd month. So it's like almost 4 months at this point. And I messaged him being like, dude, it's been like 3 months. What happened? Why? What? Like, So I messaged him that. I said, you know, what happened? And he said, he messaged me back saying, sorry, dude, I will give you, well, he didn't say sorry, dude. He said, Jack, I am very sorry for not being able to get done your intro. I will refund you your money plus $5. So I was like, oh shit, that's pretty generous. You being able to give me like just my money plus $5 is like, wow. Especially if you're in college, you tend to want to hang on to that money, you know what I mean? So anyways, I was like, well, damn, that's pretty generous. That's pretty generous. I can't speak. I was pretty it was kind of him. So it was pretty awesome of him to like actually be like, hey, I'm gonna give you this much back. Like $5 more. That's amazing. But again, kind of sounds weird. Anyways, he replied to me with that, and I replied to him by saying, yeah, that's fine for me to take. I'll take that refund, but what happened? And then he replied to me saying that he thought that's what I wanted. And then I said, not really, man, in a nice way. I was like, actually, dude, I just kind of want my intro. You know, that's what I paid for. I'd rather have that than the refund. And he said, and I said, well, is it possible? And then I said, is it possible for you to get it done this week and get it to me? And he's like, I will try to get it done this week. And then we're coming on like almost 4 months. So, and now we're here. And I still have a bunch of stuff to tell you guys that I found out, so to speak. Anyways, so now we're here at the time in which this video is taking place. So anyways, we're back in this time zone. We're like right now. It was yesterday that we had this conversation. I had this conversation with him. So essentially, guys, what he said back to me, I waited the week, and the week ended, and he said, "Sorry, Jack, I couldn't get around to making your intro. I've been having family problems. I will refund you the money. I am sorry for this." And even till the bitter end, 4 months, when on his website it says a week at the latest. Then I add that it still says this. My bad, it's actually added 2 weeks. So anyways, again, to the bitter end, I was being a kind, happy person, because again, holding on for hope. And I was just like, well, dude, I'm sorry to hear about the family problems. For what it's worth, I'm sorry, and yes, I'll accept the refund. So then he sent me the message. So this is the message that kind of set me off on the like, haha, and I was like, what? And I'm not really sure how PayPal works, because this may just be something, but to me it sounds really weird. He said, okay, I will refund you the money. Give me, I will need your PayPal account name, email. I will need your first name and your last name, which is my dad's last name and first name, because again, my parents helped me pay for it because I don't have a PayPal. So he wants to know my dad's email and my dad's first name and last name. The only thing you are missing is the password. If I give you those 4 things, having all those things to protect you, giving all of those to a said person, all that leaves you is the password. And I'm sure you could figure out, like, I'm sure there's a program that just keeps like hunting down passwords and all these different types of combinations of words to get into your account. So if I give you all those 3 things, the only thing you're missing is that password, and I'm sure there's ways to get it. I just want to add another thing, guys. When we paid him, we didn't need his first name, last name. We just needed his PayPal or email. That was it. So again, the fuck. So, it just didn't sound okay to me. So I think I'm just gonna be like, fuck, I don't want my intro. I don't want that shit. I just want to sever this line, and I want to help people to see if they think. But I'm not even done yet. We still have some more stuff to talk about. Why it leans me towards to believe that I got conned. And I know, okay. In the person's defense, so guys, just in case, say PushedToInsanity. If you are watching this, this is my perception of this. You may have seen an entirely different story. You may have, I don't know, had actual family problems. You may have been going through a lot of school troubles. Hell, I don't know. But from my perception, from my perspective, this is what it looked like. So yeah. And if anyone's on a really like, I'm gonna start getting into the fact that why this could very easily be a con kind of thing. Like, I'm trying to just told you guys the story. Now I'm gonna tell you guys why it's pretty easy for this to be like a kind of thing. So yeah. All right, guys. So at this point, I'm probably gonna have some people in the comments from his channel, his fans, whatever, being like, you're a fucking asshole, or whatever the fact like this. And he's clearly done intros for like bigger people, like More Console, for instance, a content creator that I heavily enjoy his content and etc. You're probably like, well, he made an intro for that person. Why did he jip over you? I don't, like, if I was to think in the eyes of a person that was gonna do something shady, you tend to want to go for the littler people, not the big people. Like, he can afford to fuck over me because I don't have the biggest following. I can't really do anything if I do get shit on. But say if More Console, for instance, he cannot let him do that. He has a massive, tremendous following, and by the time if you got your intro when you had like 1,000 people, then that's a big enough following to be like, okay, we can't jip this guy over. Oh wait, this guy only has like 200 subscribers. I could fuck him over. I could, take his money, run, or take his money and see if I can get his PayPal. That's the really shitty way of looking at it, but it's true. He can afford to fuck over me. He cannot afford to fuck over the people that have a bigger channel and a bigger chance to spread the fucking word. I don't even know. This video might get a copyright strike, and it may not even be legit. Or I may just be really paranoid. I think that's maybe the case, and that's why I really don't want to do this. But I don't know. I'm not done yet. We're still got stuff to talk about. So he told me that whole thing at the last couple thing, how he's having family problems, and you know, a person commented on his because okay, here's a couple of things to consider. Through this entire 4-month span, he still managed to upload videos of like free templates to his YouTube channel, but didn't give me the thing I paid for. Like, he was making free intros for his YouTube channel, but wasn't paying me. Sorry, wasn't giving me the thing I actually paid for. But you still managed to upload videos, so clearly you had some time to do something, but you didn't do mine. And another thing is that when if you'd go to look at, like, I was looking through his like comments just because I honestly, guys, as soon as I got that one message, I was kind of just like, I'm not hanging on to hope anymore. I'm gonna see what the hell the dark, you know, scammy asshole part of it looks like, and it looks, a lot of stuff looks like that, looks that way. Again, it's perfectly reasonable for maybe me to have the wrong assumption, but essentially that's the gist. It's just the way to see it. That's the way I'm seeing it. So the next thing that happened was, I was looking through his comments, and I seen that he was still baiting people to go to his Skype, and you know, people were like, oh, I want a custom free intro, all that kind of stuff. Or not sorry, I want an intro. And he kept sending them his Skype name, which is how he got me to pay, is because he's like, oh, I'll talk to you over Skype. I talked to him over Skype and all that kind of stuff. I read it all, and then he gets me to pay on Skype, all that kind of stuff. So even though he said I cannot do your intro because I'm having family troubles, yet I look in your comment section of your new video and you're still telling people your Skype name and your how to pay. But yet you can't do mine, but yet you're getting ready to get other people to pay you money to do theirs, even though you cannot do mine. That screams getting fucked. I'm not sure about you guys, but that seems really weird. The fact that you're still giving people out your Skype name, you know, making money off those people, and yet not finishing mine because you're having family troubles, even though you're giving people your Skype name, but you're having family problems because you can't finish mine because of family problems. But you're still, those family problems don't seem to be bothering those other people that you're giving your Skype name out to. Like, you know, it just doesn't sound right. Sounds very fishy as frick. And might I add, the entire lifespan of this 4 months, again, I was checking in like 2 weeks, he'd always give me something to chew on. You know, he'd always be like, I'll eventually get it done. I'll eventually do it. This is in the way. This is in the way. You know, he never was like, I'm not fucking doing your intro, you got scammed. No. He always just gave me a little something. He always just gave me a little bit to nibble on so I wouldn't lose hope. And I'm the kind of person that likes to hang on to hope, because the sheer fact that it's a lot easier than saying, guess what, I got fucking conned. I don't know what else to say. Again, it's weighted when it's really weighted in a weird way. Like, again, there's a 10% chance that it could have all been true, but there's also a 90% chance where it could have easily been scam. And I don't know, you know, it pushed to insanity. If you're watching this, again, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know, it could go both ways, but from my perspective, it looks like that. So I made this video just to kind of say, guys, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel and you want an intro, I had a shitty experience. I feel like I got conned. I don't know. I really don't know. That's my perception of it. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say, guys. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Am I mad? Yes. Yes, I'm mad. I paid for an intro, didn't get one, and people will be like, oh, why don't you whine about it? I am. very, very much. Except I'm not whining without an answer. I'm whining, and the point of this video was to give you guys all of the facts. You guys make your own decision. You guys make your own outcome. Because frankly enough, I gave you guys all the information that I had. What would you guys think? Because that to me, again, I'm the kind of person that holds on to hope. So I was making sure that I was like, it's fine. He'll eventually get done. Again, it sounds weird. The whole thing. So my biggest goal in making this video was to give you guys all the information that I have, and you guys make your own distinction, because I'm not the kind of person that's like, this guy fucking sucks, because that's rude, and you're trying to start shit. And that was also not even close to my intent. I really, like I said in the beginning of the video, I have no intent to actually start shit or get mad or, like, you know, be a drama queen or, you know, just try to get attention like this. This is not a good way to get attention that's good for a channel, you know? It's not like, hey, let's shit on this guy and be known as the guy who likes to shit on people. No, it's not my intent. It's just, again, I wanted to make sure you guys knew the information, make your own distinctions. Oh, that was probably really loud. I'm sorry, I like to move my hands a lot and I have to keep remembering to put them down. Anyways, guys, so again, I had a bad experience. Go to another dude. Go to another intro maker, something like that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hearing me ramble and hearing the shitty situation. Yeah. I'll probably just upload this randomly, guys, just because I want to get the word out. Not the word out that, like, this guy's a bad dude. My perception, he looks that way. I don't know. Everything just screams fishy to me. And yeah, guys, that's essentially it. Like, thank you guys for watching. And I would hope you guys are smarter than me, like buying intros, and never neglect the other side of things just because it may be more nice. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys enjoyed, as always. And later, guys. God damn it.
Because that was fantastic.
That's messed up. I'm disappointed in you. You suck, Aiden. You're an asshole. He's pretty much a pedophile. Alright, you realize you're drawing a clown licking a child's face. You sick fuck.